2, 1. We're live. Welcome.
Just like that, and then we're in.
Wait a second.
What?
Nothing. Welcome back to the Port City Podcast.
Welcome back, indeed.
Episode 10, double digits.
Oh, whoa,
whoa. Today we are going to be talking through some more airsoft safety tips. You might have seen last week our reaction video to Dutch the Hooligan's recent injury.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure to go check that out. There's also a link to that video, to the original video in the description of ours. So make sure to go check out Dutch's video. He kind of highlights some safety stuff, and we decided to make last week's episode focused on like preventative safety measures on the field, and today we're going to kind of be talking about reaction safety, how to respond to an emergency.
I also haven't gotten an update on how Dutch is doing. I imagine he's doing okay. I mean, he put the video out and he said he was doing fine.
Yeah, I imagine he had a small concussion. He's probably fine though.
Yeah.
Hopefully
if we get an
major.
update.
I feel like
but
the framing's a little bit high.
You think so?
I don't know.
I'm also slouching a little bit.
I can't see. I can't see because of the way that the camera's set up. It's fine, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's fine.
All right, guys. Well,
I think
before
so.
we hop into the main content,
you said the meme content?
The main content. We'll kind of go through what's been going on this week. So, I'm trying to return a blaster that was faulty, waiting to hear back from the retailer. It's been too many days. I'm going to be calling after this, after we record, our stuff for today. We're recording a review video today, so we got more reviews coming out. We got one this month. We got one next month. I'm looking at buying a new blaster that is an LMG.
Yes,
and
big things to come.
I had the money for it. I did.
You had the money.
I had the money for it. Then I had a bunch of bills and gas.
Isn't that how it always
and
is?
Food. And that money just went so fast.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at possibly paying the PayPal installments, financing this blaster. I might finance this blaster.
Dude, that's what
so bad.
That's the way of
the future.
Yeah,
and if I miss a payment, it just drastically hurts my credit score. So no worries.
Then you just can't ever recover financially.
I was talking to my dad about it, and he told me, he was like, "Well, I'd rather you borrow the money from me and pay me back than risk messing up your credit score." And I was like, "Well, I'm not going to miss a payment because I won't plan to have a payment I can't make." But honestly, if I could do it with him, he probably wouldn't charge me any interest.
Do you have a good credit score?
I don't have a credit score. Like, I haven't done anything for my credit score.
Oh, well.
So it's not been affected positively or negatively since I got my bank account.
I mean, hey.
So I might borrow the money from my parents. I don't necessarily want to, but at the same time, I want this blaster, and this review video will be.
Is it
so good?
It's not a GBBR, is it?
No, it's AEG.
Okay. It's
an AEG, and it takes 9.6 nickel metal hydride batteries or 7.4 lipos. Dang. So it's not rated for some of the stuff that we've been running in our primaries, but
we have plenty of
I get to use full auto.
Yeah, you do.
I'm just going to say what the blaster is.
It's a lower joule rating too, right?
I'm just going to go ahead and say what it is.
Hey.
It's an RPK. And one of the guys from the field that we're trying to get to the point where we can have him on him and a few other guys actually.
Yeah.
We're trying to get them on the podcast as guests.
Mm-hmm.
So, because they have a little bit more knowledge about kind of some of the tech work, some of the custom building stuff. Yeah. So look forward to guest episodes coming up soon. We right now are recording in my bedroom, which I don't really want to have a bunch of people in here because it's a small space. So once
We're
we
just trying
can
to get
get
to a good spot.
once we can get a place to record that's not my bedroom, and we're getting close.
We are, yeah.
At my work, at my job, there was 3 studio spaces. They've since converted some of the spaces into offices for some of the new staff and kind of consolidated down to one larger studio space.
Yeah.
And that is under construction. So once that's done, I have permission to go in on my off hours and use the space.
Oh.
So we will have a
little-
proper studio space.
Dude, I can't even wait.
And we'll bring the lights, we'll bring the patch wall and all that, and
Yeah.
we'll set it up in there.
The patch wall.
Yeah. We don't have to
You know,
we don't have to
we don't have to talk about it. We can
So yeah, look forward to that.
Yeah.
But one of the guys recommended an RPK
just...
by LCT, the full like real like wood furniture, all metal with like the stamps and stuff to make it look like a real
with the Russian lettering and everything.
Yeah, well, and just some of the like
on the
like you
receiver.
know, yeah, so you know like on a real AK, the best way I can describe it is texture. There's like different like
Yeah.
it looks different than a blaster, an airsoft blaster, because it's like okay, I'm just gonna
Do it.
so like this, right? See how it's just like kind of flat and like it's just, like this polymer is just these little like crimps in here and stuff where the
Right.
mag weld are fake and stuff, and it's like it's just got a very flat look to it.
Yeah.
I on like an actual AK, there's a lot more.
Like detail and
Yeah, there's like stuff on a real AK. That stuff means something.
Stuff.
No, well, I mean that's like a real. That stuff is functional and means something for
the function of the weapon.
Yes, but in airsoft, they just kind of mimic it because it's just a shell to hold the gearbox and all that. So
yeah,
allegedly,
all
the stamping and everything on
a real RPK
on the
this.
RPK is on this. Their LCT is known for their very realistic replicas.
Yes, I do know that about LCT. LCT
but-
has some really cool looking like G3 like. Look, if I'm not mistaken, they have like a G3 that does the like a GBBR.
Oh, I don't know.
They do. US Airsoft, I think.
I'm not
has
familiar
one.
with LCTs. I'm just getting to like learn about them. But with all that being said, I have an AK setup that I've been working on so that I could join
I'm excited for that, dude.
Corbin with the crinks. But instead, I think I'm going to go the route of RPK because it'll take my AK mags and run my chest rig with a bunch of AK mags. And I got my Flectarn and my Lucky Boonie hat. I got some green gloves to go with it. And we just get out there and I just lay down some hate.
Do you know what just came into my head? The image that I just saw? Because my AK, if I'm not mistaken.
It's nice.
It is nice. It is. We need to chrono it again to make sure. But if it is under a joule, I can run that full auto. And then you and I can just run SMG and LMG right next to each other. Because that thing still does reach out. It does reach out a little bit.
Dude, allegedly, this RPK will reach out almost like 200 feet. Is what I've heard.
Because you'll have a minimum engagement distance. So if we get into a building, I'll have to take point.
Yeah. I don't plan on being in a building unless I'm shooting out of it.
A little burpy. I'm not going to lie to you.
It's all right, man. So anyways, I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm so
the
pumped.
potentials.
I'm going to try to get it. I'm going to try to get it like this week. Like I'm
really?
going to try to get it so that I can have it by the next time we go.
Yeah, you can get it.
Dude. I already have all those AK mags.
Yeah.
So I bought that box of 5.
Yeah.
And then you have.
I have 8 total.
Including the ones that I loaned you or no?
What other than do I have?
I gave you 2 mid caps.
Then I have 6, yeah.
Okay. So I think what we would do is I'll just let you keep using those mid caps. Because I have 5, plus the RPK mag that comes with it. And then I've got 2 high caps.
Okay.
So I'll run the high caps in my little side pocket
Yeah.
on the rig, and then I'll have the 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5 over here. Maybe it holds 4 in the front. I don't
Dude,
remember.
we gotta develop this like soft bag for BBs that
Yeah.
you can. We gotta figure that out.
It's all right. I mean, in my mind, if I'm running around with an LMG, the whole BB's rattling is not going to be
That's true. That's
that
fair.
big of a deal.
Yeah. Fair.
And it has sling mounts and a
Does it
built-in
really?
metal bipod.
Ooh, that bipod's gonna be nice.
I don't think it has dovetail though. So my plan is to get a dust cover with Picatinny on it so that I can throw an optic on there and just.
What kind of optic? Are you gonna put some magnification?
I don't know what I'm gonna run. I would like to.
Maybe do like just a little.
I would like to. I know you've been looking at the Novrich.
With the magnifier. Yeah.
I
was
would
looking at
like
it.
to get a more for the look.
Yeah.
For that, because it is already so big, something low profile won't look as good on it. So I want to get kind of something. I might throw. My plan is, the big like Tazcom or whatever, that like really cheap off-brand one that I was running on my M4 for a while. That's like big.
Yeah, I think so.
Big and round.
Yeah.
I think I might get that on there.
Okay.
And then try to get a flip up magnifier so it just looks
nice. Just huge.
huge.
Yeah. No, I was looking at that Novrich one.
A variable of some kind with like a low magnification.
I'll say this about the Novrich magnifier. So from what it looked like on the website, in order to run the magnifier with their his magnifier with like the riser kind of mount, you do need to use their riser, and it's not compatible with all optics. So you just kind of have to figure out you'd have to look at your optic. They have the dimensions on the website, and they even talk about this on there. They have the dimensions, the measurements for the screws, the spacing for the screws. And you basically just have to look at your optic, make sure it lines up. Mine didn't even have screws on it, so.
Yeah, it might be worth, at that point, just getting the Novrich one.
Yeah. So he sells a red dot that goes with it. So if you're already dropping the money for the magnifier, you might as well just go ahead and get the optic.
People run them. I see people running them on the field. They say they love them.
Yeah.
So
I do want to get one. I think I may just swap up what I was planning on doing with my my blasters.
You were gonna put that on your M4?
I was gonna put that on my M4.
Yeah.
So I may
just
get this whole Novrich set up and then put that on the M4 and then put the optic I was going to put on the M4 on the AK.
You could put a Cobra on there.
They do have Cobras, don't they?
You
could do that. I might try to find one.
Wow.
Oh, I did look for one. I couldn't find one.
I've seen one.
We'll look around.
Probably not on Amazon, though.
I mean, I already have an optic, and I'd need to put it on something.
Well, is that everything from this week?
I think so.
I want to do that. I've been having dreams about laying down some hate on the field. in my dreams, I'm running this RPK. That's how I know I want it.
Dreams.
Like, I wanted an AK. Like, I was like, I want an AK. It'd be fun to run that.
Yeah, and that was...
But we'll get,
We'll talk about
that'll
that.
be... We have a review on the AK coming up in like a month or so. Like May, I think.
It's so far
away.
There's so many podcasts between now and when that video comes out.
Yeah, you're right. Well, anyways, but this RPK.
Yeah, it's going to be nice, dude.
I've always wanted to run an LMG for so long. I've never owned one. And now my time has come.
Now your time's come, dude. The Airsoft gods have smiled upon you.
Dude, and I'm starting to get big.
Starting to get
big.
Dude,
today.
Starting to look like an operator.
So I was into bodybuilding a little while back and wound up getting injured. I was weighing around like 195, maybe 200 at one point, and I was moving some weight. I was like maybe a month or two away from joining the 1,000-pound club. But I got injured, had to take a year off, lost a bunch of weight, like a bunch of weight. And now I've been getting back into it after meeting with my doctor, and I got cleared to start lifting again, and I'm on a new diet. But today, for the first time in a long time, I was squatting 225 on my work sets. And,
Yeah, boy.
you know, I'm a tall boy,
He is.
but I'm a skinny boy.
Yeah,
And so that felt good.
it did.
It felt good to hit 225 on my work sets. So I max out in another week or so, and we'll find out.
You did hit 225. You did do it.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Yeah. It was tough though.
I wasn't worried.
No, yeah. You saw the
I
face
did.
I made.
I did, man.
But I got all my sets in. I didn't fail any.
It's
I didn't fail single rep.
It looked like Beaker from the Muppets.
Yeah. So anyway, so this year, if I can get this RPK and I get comfortable with it, I get it set up nice.
You look
I get big.
cheeky breaky.
I get big, dude. I'm gonna have to end up buying some form of Russian something.
Dude,
you know the
you
what are
buy,
those
like,
Russian jackets? Like the one Grantham always wears. You know, with the patches on
yeah.
the elbows.
Well, I was thinking about the shirt with the stripes.
Oh, from Modern Warfare, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I might have to do that.
You might.
Oh, but I'm worried that that's a little bright, you know?
Oh, on the field, yeah.
I'll wear that under my camo so that when we get to the staging area, take that off.
Sorry, it's just really hot.
Yeah.
Just full. I don't know, man. I think we might have somebody pull up on us and be like, "You're coming with us."
Oh, yeah, you're
being a
arrested.
Russian.
Yeah. In this day and age, yeah.
man.
I guess that's a bad thing.
To be a Russian.
Well, yeah. I mean, with the Ukraine and all that, like...
I don't think it's bad to be a Russian. I think it's just bad to be Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's like, in the airsoft culture, Russian has been cool for forever.
Right. And it's still... I mean, man...
It's tough, man, because I still think that gear is dope.
I do, too.
I still think that gear is sick.
It's just now...
There's been
pointed at us.
There's been a lot. Yeah, there's been a lot of people doing Ukrainian kits lately. I've seen, which really just means any military surplus with a Ukraine flag slapped on there.
I did see that they actually developed their own rifle for Ukraine developed their own rifle for this.
I got a video to show you after this about some weird weapons in Ukraine right now.
Roll Tide.
Well, anyways, we're about almost 20 minutes in.
We gotta talk about what we're talking about. Sorry,
I'm very excited about the RPK.
Yeah,
and I want to tell everyone, and I want to play the on the field with it, and I want it really bad.
Yeah,
but we'll get into the content.
So what we wanted to do, because last week was kind of showcasing the Dutch the Hooligan video and showing his injury, and then just kind of like talking about safety on the airsoft field. We just wanted to take this week to talk about like first aid, but not necessarily like treating stuff. We can't really talk about that because we're not licensed. Isaac was at one point, but is not anymore.
It expired like a year ago.
We just can't really tell you like this is how you should do this because we don't want to be like held liable.
Yeah.
So, but we just kind of wanted to go over things that we take with us to the field, stuff that we just have on hand.
Medical equipment.
Yeah, because anything could happen. We're not necessarily worried about a gunshot wound, but, someone could fall on a branch and get impaled. Some rebar, yeah.
Even if it's not that, even if there's some broken glass.
Yep, absolutely.
Or rusty metal.
I mean, a BB does break the skin and get embedded. You need to have some tweezers or something and some, cleaning material, bandages.
It's just good to be prepared.
It is.
We wanted to have some visuals to bring you guys. Unfortunately, I left my bag in my car. I usually keep it in my car, and my girlfriend's borrowing my car today for work. She has to pick up some stuff.
Classic excuse.
I have a van, and
my girlfriend ate my homework.
Yeah. So anyways, I do have some stuff to show you guys, but we don't have everything. But we have some stuff that you guys can look up for yourselves, and we'll just start. We'll kind of go from like what you're gonna need most.
Yeah.
to
what's
least likely to
but
happen,
still
but still
probably
important.
yeah.
So first up, we have the boo-boo kit. This is like your standard first aid kit. I think we'll swap these. This, then this, then this.
Okay.
But the boo-boo kit is like your standard first aid kit.
Yeah.
You're gonna have all your typical stuff like Band-Aids and Neosporin, gauze pads. You'll probably have some burn cream in there, some painkillers. Some
AEG catches on fire.
Yeah, some anti-inflammatories or no pyro grenades.
Pyro grenades too. Yeah. I successfully used a pyro grenade.
I did. You did good. Well, sometimes people try to throw them back for some reason.
And it blows up in their hand.
And
they're not wearing gloves.
Somehow, it doesn't blow your hand up. I don't understand that.
Well, it's not a very large.
I understand,
charge.
But like.
It's like you can hold like a firecracker in your hand.
Can you?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, it's gonna hurt you. And it like if you're wearing gloves, you could probably not like that, but if you just had it, I'm sure
I've
it
seen
would
it
hurt.
burn holes through gloves.
Yeah. Oh, it's not advisable, but it wouldn't blow your hand off.
Yeah.
I would imagine I would imagine a pyro grenade.
Oh no! I'm not thinking it would blow your hand off. But I just am shocked that it doesn't like break fingers or
Right, yeah.
Like a pinky, how well is your pinky really attached to your body? That's my question.
They say you can just bite it off. I mean,
yeah, if I can bite it off like a carrot, I think
I'm not gonna.
A nade will.
Don't try it.
Yeah. So, anyways, but burn cream.
Also, don't try to hold a firecracker. Don't do that either. Not advisable.
Painkillers, medical tape. I like to keep flex wrap. It's like kind of like sports wrap.
Oh, like flex tape?
Yeah. No.
But for medical?
No. It's like this like rubber stuff that
sorry, the commercial is in my head now of Phil Swift stabbing a man in the chest and then just wrapping up the wounds with
flex tape.
Yeah. You're totally fine. And the dude's just like,
would be. He'd be fine. But flex wrap it basically clings to itself. It's not like sticky, but it holds on itself. So it holds a little bit better than medical tape. So typically, if there's like a cut or something, you can throw a gauze pad, wrap it.
You wrap it with that and
put some tape on it.
Is it this? It's not the same as like KT tape or whatever.
I don't know. It's not. It's not tape.
Right, but it's like the.
It's called flex wrap. Is what we called it.
It's just just sticks to itself, basically. Yeah. Okay.
Technically, again, any examples I give, I'm no longer licensed to like say this stuff like professionally. So take that as you will. This is equipment recommendations. You should take responsibility for yourself to learn how to use it in a accurate and real effective way. Don't just have this on hand. Learn how to use it.
I might need you to teach me how to use the next one.
This
no,
I probably spelled it terrible. Did I?
No. I don't know how to use it.
Hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah, I don't know how do you use that.
Yeah, you just pour it.
Drink it.
Yeah, you can. No, you can. I've gargled it before for Don't do this.
Don't do it.
Don't do this. Officially on record, don't do this. But anytime that for me and mine, when I get sick, if I have a really bad sinus infection or like strep or something or like an ear infection, before I go to bed, I gargle, rinse the hydrogen peroxide from my mouth. I put a drop or like 2 or 3 drops of hydrogen peroxide in this ear while I lay down and let it sit until it stops bubbling, until I stop hearing it bubbling. Then I rinse out my ear, clean it out, and then other side, same thing. And then I do that right before bed. I go to bed, and typically when I wake up, gone.
What?
Infection, gone.
Insane.
So don't do that.
Don't do it. It does not sound like it's good for you.
Don't do it. But for me,
That sounds like if you ever watched My Big Fat Greek Wedding, when the
I'm
dad
not.
puts Windex on everything.
No.
I'm showing my age here, but yeah.
Yeah.
When the dad's like, "Oh, you got a bump on your elbow, put some Windex on it." He just put a Windex on everything.
And it works.
That's what that sounds like to me. That sounds unhinged.
Well, that's how I roll, baby.
Yeah, unhinged.
And then I mean, basically with the Boo Boo kit, it's just a first aid kit. I would recommend going out, finding a first aid kit online, or at Walmart or something that has all the stuff that you're looking for.
Yeah.
And buying that, so you have a nice case to keep it in that's clearly marked. Anyone would recognize what it looks like. And then just take the cheap Band-Aids out, put some cloth Band-Aids in. You want the ones that are like flexible and fabric so that you can continue to play Airsoft if it's just a scrape. You know, those plastic ones will sweat and fall off.
Well, and also you don't want to go with latex, because if someone has a latex allergy, you don't want to give them that Band-Aid.
Right. Next up, we have the IFAC, which stands for Individual First Aid Kit,
which we have,
I have mine.
An example.
This is my belt I've been using for Airsoft lately. That's what it looks like. If it'll focus on it, I don't know if it will. Basically, the reason why I use this one is because it has a buckle, and then it's Velcro, so it's quick detach. So this is, let's say I fall, and I get terribly injured, and I'm
you fall on like some rebar
or just fall and split my head open, like tripping down some stairs or something.
That too, yeah.
Like anything could happen. This is my first aid kit. If I'm unconscious, people can take this off of me, and I keep one of these on my real steel stuff too. But it just detaches so that they can access it in case I'm laying on my back. And in here, I've got a tourniquet, I've got an Israeli bandage, I've got a razor, some trauma shears, some chest seals, a trauma blanket, some wound packing. I've got gloves so that people don't have to get blood all over them.
Yeah, that's important.
And then I don't know if it's in here or in my bag, because I also have a trauma bag. I have one of those nasal passageway things in here, the little rubber tubes, so that you can, if I'm like coughing up blood.
I think I do too.
You do too. I saw it in yours.
The thing that I don't have, I think, is the 14 gauge needle for a tension pneumothorax.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I actually don't carry one of those on me or with me because I am not trained on how to use it. I've never had to use one of those.
Yeah, I'm not trained on it either. I know what to do, but I would be scared.
It's very, very easy to mess it up.
Very easy to mess it up.
So I don't carry one because I don't want anyone to feel that they have the skill to do that, and the likelihood of anyone on the field knowing how to do that is so slim. Low. And
I would feel confident that I could do that for you.
Well, I don't have one, so
I know, but I would be
call an ambulance for me.
Yeah, I'll call.
So, the IFAC's a good tool to have on your belt. It doesn't take up a whole lot of space. You know, I understand if you're playing Airsoft, you're probably never going to use it, so you probably are like, oh, I don't really want this. It's going to take up space. It's going to add weight. I'm not going to use it. Sure, but you will be very thankful if you do have one, and if your buddies know how to use it.
Yeah.
Right. So,
so honestly, this is a good, like, team building, you know, like your buds around you,
right?
It's like, hey, let's all get together and
learn
how to
first
stop
aid.
the bleed.
Yeah, and you can find training like that. There's online courses. I'd recommend trying to get an in-person class if you could.
Yeah.
Just learn how to save people. You know, be ready for any emergency. But obviously, if there's professionals on site, like, let them handle it, right? So if you're sitting there trying to wrap your buddy up, but then the field has why does my mind go blank?
Medic?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there's a name for it. But if there's like a field medic or someone on site who's a medical professional, be there to assist, be there to help, but don't get in the way, you know?
Dr. Airsoft.
Yeah, Doctor. Yeah, what
Dr. Airsoft.
is that a YouTuber?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's called, Dr. Airsoft.
Doctor Airsoft. Gotcha. So just don't get in the way of that.
Don't get in the way of Dr. Airsoft.
And then finally the trauma kit, which this is the bag that I left in my car. I keep it in my car.
It's not doing you any good.
Well, it does in the car.
It doesn't if you don't have the car.
Well, yeah, but my girlfriend might need it.
That's true. It does hurt good.
Like in there, it comes with pretty much everything that's in the IFAC, but like tenfold
more of it.
Yeah, it's a very small bag. I've just packed it really well. It's got a few tourniquets, a few Israeli bandages, a few chest seals, a lot of quick clot and wound packing gauze, flex wrap, trauma shears, all the good stuff. It's got a sling in there.
Do I have?
And one thing. So here's the thing. You're not gonna need 10 chest seals. You know, if that many people are getting injured, something bad's happening.
Yeah, you're in a rough situation.
Yeah, but
I mean, you might need 10 chest seals.
Having one or two, I would say having 2 of everything in a bag would be advisable, just to keep in your car. Like, let's say someone breaks a bone or rolls their ankle or something weird. Having like a splint would be great. They have those, I can't remember what they're called, but they're like the foam ones that are moldable. They usually come in a roll or folded up, but they're splints that are like this foam material that's like...
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Having some of those on hand is great. I've used those at the skate park. I watched a guy just obliterate his knee. And I keep a trauma kit with me just in case, especially when I go somewhere.
In case a dude obliterates his knee.
Yeah, dude, that guy's knee was gone.
It did not exist anymore.
Yeah, it was on vacation. But having a splint is great. Having a sling is great. Just you don't want to just let your friends get hurt, you know?
No. You don't want to.
And you know.
I mean, maybe you do.
You should be. Well, yeah, I mean, don't. Then, you should be prepared, but you should also know your limitations, right? Don't go buying a surgery kit. You know, you're not going to perform surgery on the field. You're not a
surgeon.
A surgeon, but have stuff. Know how to use it. It doesn't do you any good if you don't know how to use it.
Yeah.
Know where it's at. Know how to access it. In an emergency, you don't want to be fumbling through your stuff. So
yeah. Anything.
Honestly, that's really everything.
Yeah. It's not a lot, just save everyone's life.
Yeah, it's super simple.
You'll be fine.
Just think through some of the hazards of your field and what you've seen happen.
Yeah.
Right? At our field, lots of people get scraped up because we're out in the woods. People crawling, rolling, diving. Yeah, people just get scraped up.
And
but
it's
no
usually
one.
Shay.
People get scraped up. People can twist their ankle, stuff like that. So a splint, some gauze pads, some tape, flex wrap, that stuff is great for us. If you're at a more urban and industrial style field where there's broken glass, sharp metal, things like that, you might want to be prepared to have, maybe some of those little like butterfly stitch things.
Yeah,
the little
suture.
Yeah. Get some of those, maybe some liquid bandage, things like that, if there's people getting cut a lot.
Mm-hmm. Liquid bandage is nice for that kind of stuff.
I, again, don't do this. I use super glue.
How did I know? How did I know you're going to say some redneck biz, dude?
Listen, my first aid kit for a long time consisted of electrical tape, paper towels, and super glue.
Oh, dude! Actually, I'm cringing at that. That's more than what medics had in World War II.
They had morphine.
That's all they had, though.
I got you morphine.
They had morphine and packets of sugar.
Yes,
that's it.
Yes,
that's like it.
But
and some rope.
Yeah, just think through it logically, and please learn how to use this stuff. I cannot stress that enough. Learn how to use it.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of content out there. If you don't want to go get certified or don't have the time or money, you can just look up how to use it on YouTube.
That's kind of what I did.
Sorry, I just heard someone yell Leroy Jenkins.
Yeah, man. He's getting it done.
It's not advisable, right? Learn from a professional.
Yeah.
But
You know?
you are responsible for your safety, your own safety, and try to be prepared to help others if you can.
Yeah.
So we actually are slacking in the boo-boo kit department because I keep all the trauma stuff with me, but I never have like Band-Aids.
I always have Band-Aid. I have Band-Aids in that bag right there.
We got to start. We got to put together a PCA
We do.
first aid kit to carry with us in that bin.
We do.
Put it in an ammo can, dude.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
We'll do it.
We'll do that.
New plan.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think that's everything.
I think so.
You want to close this one out? I feel like I close it out every time.
Yeah. Oh man, dude. All right, hold on. I'm nervous. So yeah. No, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to if you liked the video, give it a like. If you hated the video with all of your heart and soul, hit the dislike button. Actually, so this is my thing, is if someone didn't like the video, they probably didn't like us. And then if we tell them if you didn't like it to like or to hit the dislike button, then they're going to be like, well, no, because that still benefits you. So hit the like button. But then
Get pranked, dude.
do what you want, but either way, just interact. Hey, do the comment as well.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us what you think, how you feel about the content. If you have ideas for stuff, we're always looking for stuff. We got an idea from a comment for a video, for a podcast a couple ones ago, I think.
Yeah,
something like that.
2 or 3 episodes ago.
So yeah, we're always looking at that. We always like seeing what you guys are saying, what you want us to talk about, what you guys need to hear about. Yeah. And also do the subscribe so that you know when. Well, no, the subscribe doesn't tell you when. You got to hit the notification bell to know when we upload.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
But I can tell you right now, it's every Friday.
It's every single Friday, dude.
Every
and if
Friday.
you have to question it, don't. Because it's every Friday.
It is.
And then we have a big video the last Saturday of every month, correct?
Yes, last Saturday
of every month. We just posted, because it was last weekend, right? Not this past weekend, but the one before.
Yeah, the ghost video.
Yeah. So check that one out. That one's on there. I think it's pretty good. But it's going to be a little bit before our next one. So keep an eye out for that. We'll be talking about it. Follow us on Instagram. It is at port_city_airsoft, which is crazy that we got that handle. So follow us on there. We're posting weekly, and say what's up on that as well. Just like say what's up,
And if you have questions.
Put them there too, and we'll respond.
us.
You can DM. You can leave comments on videos and posts. We'll see them.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Follow us on Reddit.
That too. I always forget about the Reddit, man.
It's all right. We don't do a whole lot on there. It's mostly just so that I can try to help answer some questions.
Yeah.
That's really what I use it for, is just to answer people's questions.
It's working though.
So we're on Reddit. You can find
Yeah.
all the links down in the description.
Honestly, that's probably the more important one if that's what's happening on Reddit.
Well, yes and no.
But it happens everywhere. So follow us on all three.
I think that's it.
I think so. Look out for the smoke signals. We send those up bicentennially.
Yep. How often is that?
I can't remember. Once or twice every 100 years? Or
would be every other.
Every 200 years.
Bi would be every other. Bicentennially.
Yeah, so every every 200 years we send up smoke signals. Keep an eye out.
Yeah. But it's not like on the 100-year mark. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's not an even number. No. Like like let's say we did one today, it would be like 2023. So then the next one would be like 22, 23. Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. But it's not like 2000, you know, and then 2200. It's like we're not doing it on the 100-year mark. We're just doing it. It's all right. It's fine. We've gone too long.
All right.
The camera's about to die anyways.
Well, thanks you guys for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, you just want to...
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Let's just get out of here, man.